Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and this is my third video on this YouTube channel. As you guys know, I'm a writer. I've been writing since I was about 7. You guys already found out all about that in my first video, but I'm just reiterating it. I'm sorry if I look like a mess. I just got home from work and I'm worn out. So today I decided to do kind of a special video. I'm gonna read the first chapter of my book to you guys to see what you guys think. I've seen other people do this, read the writings to people, and so I figured I'd try it. I'm probably just going to share screen and just read to you. It's been a long day, so my apologies, you guys. September 6th, September 6, 2010. Luna Bear, time to get up. Luna's eyelids fluttered as she surfaced from her half-dream state. With a groan, she shifted her weight and reached over to her bedside table to grab her phone. The digital red lights of the digital clock displayed the dreaded time, 7 in the morning. She rubbed out a pimple on her cheek, wincing at the tenderness before slowly sliding out of bed. Her bare feet landed on the plush carpet, and she relished in the softness for a few moments before standing up completely. She stumbled across the room to where the white crucifix hung near her closet door and lowered her head in prayer. She silently begged for God's guidance and strength to get through the day before opening her closet and gazing at the options hanging inside. Luna had always enjoyed choosing her outfit each morning, but today felt particularly daunting. After all, she was starting at a new school, larger and with many unfamiliar faces to impress. Eventually, she settled on her favorite yellow dress adorned with delicate flowers, and paired it with her brand new white jean jacket. For comfort and familiarity, she slipped on her old trusty black Converse sneakers, which she had carefully cleaned just the night before. Next, she carefully packed her backpack with all of her school essentials. She made sure to place the heavier textbooks at the bottom, and on top of those her pencil box. After closing the zipper, she took her beloved white teddy bear, Gummy, that had been with her since she was 4 years old, and attached it to the handle of her backpack. With the weight evenly distributed on her shoulders, she bounced down the staircase, taking two steps at a time. As she turned the corner into the kitchen, the familiar aroma of sausages and scrambled eggs, with added green peppers and onions, greeted her nose and brought a smile to her face. This was the breakfast she always requested, and it rarely varied. She dumped her backpack onto a nearby chair and searched in the fridge for her 2% milk. "It's tucked away behind the orange juice, Luna Bear," Barrett called out from the stove, gesturing towards Luna with the spatula in his hand. Luna poured 2 glasses of milk, one for herself and one for Barrett, before returning the carton to the fridge. She placed the glasses on the table and retrieved 2 plates from the cabinet, ensuring that her fork was on the left side and her knife was on the right side as she set the table. "First day of high school, how are we feeling?" Luna rubbed her fingers along the back of Gummy's head and tapped her fingernails along the rim of her glass. "I'm nervous, Daddy," she admitted, her teeth whirring with the loose skin of her lip. "It's a big school, much bigger than middle school." Barrett turned off the stove and served the eggs and sausage before placing the pans in the sink and joining Luna at the table. "I know, but that's why we went and explored the school last week, Luna. So you know at least where at least most of your classes are." "Still a big school," Luna mumbled around a mouthful of sausage. A serene silence surrounded the father and daughter as they finished their morning meal. After they tidied up, Luna excused herself to attend to her teeth. She carefully flossed, brushed, and rinsed her mouth, making sure every tooth was clean. Next, she retrieved her dark purple brush from the top cabinet and brushed her hair until it glistened in the light. Finally, she placed a turquoise blue scrunchie on her wrist, flipped off the bathroom light, and joined Barrett in the kitchen where he was finishing zipping up her purple lunch bag. Barrett checked his watch and announced, "It's 7:25," before guiding Luna out the door. He locked it carefully behind him, then put a protective arm around her as they descended the porch steps. "Mrs. Walters will be here at exactly 7:35, Luna Bear. Make sure you have everything," he reminded her. Luna nervously patted her bag and pockets several times before giving Barrett a salute to signal that all was in order. They exchanged goodbyes, and Barrett drove off in his old red pickup truck, leaving Luna alone to wait for her best friend Ethan and his mother. Luna's nervous energy could not be contained as she paced the sidewalk, occasionally stopping to twirl on her right foot in a small circle. She repeated this routine for what seemed like an eternity before the familiar sound of a car pulling into her driveway broke her concentration. Her green eyes glanced up and she waited for Miss Walters' dirty white minivan to come to a stop. As the passenger door opened, Ethan jumped out, dressed in a red hoodie, ripped blue jeans, and his favorite pair of red and black Nike sneakers he had received for Christmas 3 years back. "Hey, Bug," he called out, a wide grin spreading across his face as he made his way up the sidewalk and enveloped Luna in a warm embrace. Hugs were one of the many ways Ethan knew how to comfort Luna, and she melted into his arms. "I'm feeling nervous," she admitted as they climbed into the minivan. Ethan rubbed her shoulders reassuringly and let out a deep sigh. "Me too, Bug. We're the older ones now." Luna laughed and playfully bumped Ethan's shoulder. "Don't know what you mean you're the older one, Ethan. I'm just mature." The two of them playfully bickered all the way to school, bringing joy and laughter to Miss Walters, who could barely contain her amusement as she pulled up to the drop-off. "All right, that's enough, you two," Miss Walters chuckled, wiping away tears from underneath her square glasses. As Luna thanked Miss Walters and gave her a kiss on the cheek, she hopped out of the van with Ethan by her side. But when she caught sight of the imposing school building in front of her, she suddenly froze and shook with fear. Her fingers intertwined tightly, and her breast came labored as if a heavy weight had been placed on her chest. With her knees buckling beneath her, she collapsed into the damp grass, numb to the arms that encircled her shoulders. The sounds of her friends' voices blended together in a distorted cacophony, as if she were submerged underwater and they were calling out from a boat floating above her. She whimpered, hands clawing at her wrist in a desperate attempt to ground herself. After what felt like an eternity, the fog in her ears began to clear, and she could discern Ethan's panicked voice among those of their two other friends, Lucas and Olivia. "Hey, she's back," Ethan exclaimed. "You okay, Luna?" Luna nodded, not trusting herself to talk. She got help to her feet and was watched closely by her three friends as they made their way up the school steps. Thousands of other voices echoed around her, but she barely noticed and instead slipped on her sunglasses in order to dim the two bright lights. "My first class is in math." Olivia's voice came somewhere from Luna's left. "My worst class." Luna shifted her backpack higher up onto her shoulders and tried to hide her embarrassment of her earlier panic attack by tucking an arm around Olivia's shoulders. "Don't worry, Olive. I can help you with that." I know I said I was going to read the whole chapter, but I don't want to give anything away just yet, so I'm just going to stop right there. So yeah, you're kind of introduced to Luna and her dad Barrett and her three friends. And yeah, I hope I get to continue reading next time, but this is just like a little teaser, so enjoy.